expensive. It is quite expensive to overturn. Now, Zahra Abigaba has a special report highlighting the plight of drug addicts and the economic burden of rehabilitation.
Here is Butabika Hospital, a renowned facility for rehabilitating people with mental disorders. Within the hospital lies the only alcohol and drug abuse unit in the country, only 20-bed capacity. Dr. Mapenzi Diana, an addict counselor, notes that majority of the people admitted are students.
Majority are students, then we have the students' dropouts, not ongoing, but the dropouts are many.
He advises the affected people to utilize the unit.
What cuts the road here is the magnitude of how you're dealing with your emotions. Yes. So whether someone has come here, it doesn't mean that has lost it. This wing treats only alcohol and drugs only.
Elijah Mutambi, 24 years old, is currently under rehabilitation after he engaged into using drugs for leisure. Mutambi narrates his ordeal.
Well, it was curiosity. I wanted to discover what's inside there because I started with wine, taking wine. Then I went to hard liquor, that is Bond 7, whiskeys and spirits, UG. So my friend was like, there's something which is more better than alcohol, something that really puts you on height and you feel good.
He reveals how he couldn't do without drugs even when he was doing his high school exams.
Yeah, because I did my A6 when I was smoking it and I was really doing well. But after senior 6, the addiction increased. At university, by then I was at Chambugu. My second year, things got bad.
His school-going children never to try drugs.
Because now we have lived 3 lives. We have lived the life of being sober, life of alcohol and drugs, and life after alcohol and drugs. So we know what's the other side. So now we are totally changed. But a person who's not yet there, let him not try.
Usually, substance abuse does not stop with the alcoholic or drug user. It profoundly affects the lives of his family, his friends, and his employer. He is remorseful.
They should bear with us. Parents should actually talk with us in a well-convincing tongue, because when you force a kid and you see he's taking drugs and you tell him very hardly, or you put some harshness on him or her, that kid will run wild.
Alcoholism and drug abuse has become an epidemic. It has wrecked lives and dreams of millions of Ugandans. Albert Louis Elua, an addiction professional and recovery coach, as well as a director at Focus Recovery Uganda, an NGO that deals in substance abuse, gambling, and other behavioral problems. Elua tells us his experience, having suffered for close to 13 years of drug abuse, but now celebrating 10 years of being clean and sober.
Drinking at the age of 15, when I was in senior 2, I was actually in one of the best boys' schools in this country, that's St. Mary's College. Having joined there, being among the best students in the country as well. But as they say, addiction doesn't respect creed, class, intellect, or anything.
Elua spent close to 5 years in O-level due to substance abuse. At the age of 21, he was still in senior 4. Even the loss of his close friends to drugs, Elua wasn't deterred.
Best friend to alcoholic poisoning. He had malaria, was on medication. Then when he felt better, he decided to join us. And by then we were drinking Tyson Waraji. It ruptured his pancreas. He actually died that night.
His father gave up on educating him and asked the mother to take over. So Elua was sent to Kenya in a futile attempt to change his lifestyle.
So as my mom thought I was in Nairobi, I was busy drinking around town. Then one day she just bumps into me. We bump into each other in front of one of the flats in Bugorove. She looks at me. I look at her. I just took another direction.
Elua's mother notes that his in-laws turned the guns against her, accusing her of being responsible for Elua's spoiled life.
So much because almost everybody was blaming me that I'm the one who made him to be like that. And I've said, how can you send your own child? Besides, this child has been one of the best child, actually.
Later in life, he realized that he couldn't handle anymore. He pleaded to his father for a hand in rehabilitation, but it was already too late.
I contracted esophageal cancer. Now, esophageal cancer is a very deadly cancer with only a 15% survival rate. I was lucky that my family was able to raise some money, of course with the support of a few friends here and there, and I was flown to India.
The World Health Organization has proven that tobacco alone is the leading cause of all forms of cancer, and alcoholism causes 7 different types of cancer. Having survived cancer, Elua decided to set up an NGO to advocate, also sensitize people, especially school-going children, about the dangers of substance abuse. He notes that today's students are smarter users. They have turned to take cough syrup as a recreational drug.
2 bottles of cough syrup and someone is high. You know, most of these cough syrups are made with codeine. Codeine is a psychoactive substance. That means psychoactive, it works on your brain by acting on your central nervous system, so it affects your perception. Sometimes even depresses the brain. It gives you a kind of high.
The most common drug used by students and can easily be found is cocaine.
Common is the adulterated heroin. It goes for as little as 3,000 shillings. You know, the pure one they can't afford, which goes for about 200 to 250,000 shillings per gram, almost the price of cocaine. So that's for the rich. So they take the adulterated. So many kids are overdosing and dying.
Addiction counselors reaffirm that recovery from alcohol dependence and drug addiction is possible. Zahra Abigaba, UBC News.
Thanks for watching and staying. Now, updates are from the business desk. Uganda has become the first African country to de-risk a small and medium-scale renewables. The Regional Liquidity Support Facility, a joint initiative by the African Trade Insurance and KfW of Germany, will protect independent power producers against the risk of delay payments.